Hello, welcome in. I wonder how I can get that noise to stop. I can't hear it, but I know you guys can. It's a tad bit aggravating, I must say. Hello, welcome in. Okay, let's wait to see if some more people come in before I start my conversation. Oh wait, I need to fix that, by the way. I just thought about that. There you go. Welcome in, y'all. How are y'all doing today? Got some things on the noggin that I want to talk about. Why is everybody on damn Ernie? You know he's not a good guy. I know he's not a good guy. Why the hell are y'all tripping over him? Anyway. I was just going through other YouTube channels, mostly just about every creator. They're not talking about summer and some lies or some bull. They're talking about ES. Everybody's making him more famous just by talking about his ass. Friggin' dumbass. I can't stand that man. Nicolina, Jenna. So another members only for Benny. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to go to his channel. Let's see if I can do that on here without doing it on my phone. So, how many of y'all heard about summer may not be a wells? Well, I said a wise. You're not gonna let me buy it? Oh, cool. Hell yeah. I wanna upgrade. All right, so I got set up with that. Hello, Sassy. Oh, you're good, thanks. BK stated that. I don't know. That's what I mean. So many people were trying to, because you can. I think you can get that that's public records. Um, so many people were trying to get that, but they couldn't find it under Wells. So maybe it is true that she's a Bly. I mean, I don't think that there's another dad. I believe wholeheartedly that Don is her dad. She looks too much like that man, not for him not to be her father. But it doesn't mean, even if he signs the birth certificate, does not mean she can't give her last name. Technically, if they're not married, she can give whatever last name she wants to, even if they are married, honestly. There's no law saying that if you're married, you're with the baby's dad, you have to give them the last name. So maybe everybody was just looking in the wrong spot. I'm not one to dig like that, so I pretty much have reliable sources. And that's one thing everybody is wanting to know. Everybody is wanting to know. Don just gave her the name. I think they both named her, but like certain names came from Don and certain names came from Candace. I'm not sure how it went, but oh, I missed it. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm hoping and praying that I don't want to say I'm hoping and praying. I mean, I just want her found, one. Two, I wish Candace would stop playing games. Just be real about everything. because we don't know what's true. We don't know what's not true. Got this one saying that, this one saying this thing, and no, they haven't. That's what I'm saying. Somebody probably find that. I'm like I said, I'm not one to go digging for it. I never asked my source either, so. But I also want to know what's going on with that CPS. I heard that they lost custody because Candace didn't show up for court. But then I also heard that it was rescheduled because she didn't go up to court. But since this is like only her second time going in front of the judge when it comes to the kids, it would be too soon for them to take their parental rights or custody away from them. This was probably just to give an update to see how she's doing. If she's drinking still, doing drugs, if she's doing her classes, if she's doing anything that they want her to do. So that's probably most likely the reason why she didn't show up for court. Because she knows. She so knows. It's crazy. It is. This is one of the hardest cases I have ever came across. Only because it's been so long without her. Yeah, I talked to Honest Rage, and she said that Shannon said that she didn't, that she lost custody, and she said she trusts her judgment. And I'm not saying I don't either. I don't, I'm not saying that. But with my experience with CPS, they've got to, it takes a while before they can take your rights and stuff from you, because you have to do multiple court dates, show in your progress. And I think this might be her first court date about the progress. So if that's the case, then they wouldn't take the kids right now, but they probably are in the process of doing that paperwork. Only because of they probably watch YouTube. I mean, I know the social services here in North Carolina, if they see your name in the paper, boy, when you go in for an appointment, they have that sitting right there on your file, whatever you were in the paper for. God forbid it was a police in the police part, where they put who was charged with what. If your name was in there, boy, they blast you all over. And it's crazy. Like, they shouldn't be able to do that type of shit, but they do anyway. Because to me, that's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Privacy? Something to do with privacy. I can't think of the name. It's a mass shooting in New York. Did you hear about that? But yeah, it's going on 10 months. Well, Friday will be 10 months this baby's been missing. And if you ask TBI or Hawkins County, Ellie, they're no closer today than they were the day she went missing. So I guess I'm more than sure that's why they keep saying everybody's still a suspect and everything is still on the table. Yeah, like But every state's different. That's the only thing that's really messed up. Laws between regular laws for LE and laws for CPS, they switch from state to state. So they may not be the same laws in Virginia as they are for Tennessee, just like North Carolina may not have the same laws as Virginia or South Carolina. But you can get a general idea because they're not far off with their rules and regulations and stuff like that. So it's just like certain things are different, like how they go about taking your custody, how they go about, certain things like that. I have a friend that works in the social services here in North Carolina, but she works in like the main office, which is in the capital city of North Carolina, in Raleigh. So she's like over the ones in the littler counties. But I haven't gotten to talk to her. She's been very busy. But that would be a good thing for you to find out. And then you can update us. I have a habit of losing one ear, and so I wanted to make sure they were there. I know. And then, with all the people coming up with all these crazy lies and rumors, it doesn't help the case either. Like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I was so solely like, they didn't do it. Nothing happened. She's still alive, taken. But even if she was alive and taken, just like Betty said earlier, that within, the first 36 hours of a child abduction normally isn't good. Like, I mean, yes, there has been ones, for instance, that the kids came back within 15 years. Pray to God that happens with Summer. But I don't know. I kind of still want to believe that maybe she got sold in the black market adoption, because that's always been my thought. Like, I've never believed the SA or the SEX African. So I never believed that, not one bit. Ellie doesn't even believe that she's been sold for that. So at least I feel like I'm on the right track. Even though they don't believe in the abduction either, because there's no evidence. But, hello? There's no evidence in anything. How do we get past it? Like, 10 months. And as soon as Friday hits, we got 2 more months before it's a whole year she's been gone. A whole year. And I think when it comes to that day, I believe many of our thoughts are going to still be that we want our thoughts to still go that she's still alive. But I believe that many of us are going to come to terms with it come June 15th. Like, there's not much more that we can say. Like, but I don't understand why Ellie thinks that she still is in Tennessee, because they went over pretty much that whole area out there with cadaver dogs, with drones, searching on foot, airplanes. I don't know what to think on it. Yes, I'm always going to be innocent until proven guilty. You show me facts, and I'll go with it. But I don't, as my opinions on this case, this is one of the,
not an opinion,
not my opinion, but my
input,
my idea on it. I don't, like I said, I don't know whether or not to believe she's still alive or not. Because, Dan, that's all I have.
No, I didn't take one. I didn't see.
Because if you look at the statistics put her as she's not. But I believe that she was taken from that hill. I believe that it had to be somebody close to them that knew them. Whether they knew about it or not, or they set it up or not, they knew the person that took her. That's what I feel like. And, Summer, being the type of child she was or is, she didn't know strangers. So even if she didn't know the person, but the parents did, all they had to say is like, hey, you want to go get some ice cream? Your mom said it was okay. She told me to come back here and get you, you know? So I don't know what I don't know anymore. And then Benny came out with all that breakdown stuff, and I was just like, great. Just confuse me a little bit more, mister. Like, you haven't done that enough. But yes, I can go with what you said, that she walked away and that somebody grabbed her and lured her away. I do. I can go with that theory as well. But because of her brothers being the type of kids they were and always being in the woods and always riding their dirt bikes and stuff, regardless, 5 years old or not, that little girl knew them woods because that little girl followed them boys everywhere. So she knew them woods. Now, the creepers that were in the woods at the time, you never know. Because from what I understand, that whole area is flooded with meth, people on meth. So you never know what to think with her wandering off. Even if they say she never wandered off before, just because you never seen her or caught her wandering off doesn't mean she didn't. Because it's like one of those kids that I'm not touching it, but staring right at you while they're trying to touch it. It could be one of those scenarios. But as far as her still being with us, my heart says she is. And the whole, 8.5 months, I didn't get, the feeling at all that something bad happened to her. Up until I seen that list that Benny provided for us. And then the June 24th. So if something did happen to her, I believe her brothers would know something about that since they were the only ones, last ones supposedly to see her. I think they might know something. I would never put blame on a child if I didn't know for facts. But them lists are a little too. That list that Betty showed us was a little too coincidental, considering the second list he put out was stuff that they were at. People were asking what they can give the kids, to help them out get through this or whatever, and they made a list of clothes and stuff like that. And with the clothes on BK's list, it kind of just made everybody focus on the oldest kid because they figured that would be his size. But come to find out, it was the next one down size clothes. So I'm not saying that they have anything to do with it by no means, but why the hell did Ellie take that bag full of clothes? That's just like won't get out of my head. I can't figure out why the hell they took them clothes. Or the picnic bag. Like, okay, I can understand you grabbing the blanket, but why everything else? Do you think were them two bags stored together somewhere, and that's why they took them? Otherwise, I can't fathom why they took both of them, unless there was something on the clothes to do with evidence. Trying to hide the light coming in my window. So I don't know. I'm thinking about going back for again to see if, with all the new information that we have, if there was something that I missed along the line. Because, like I said, I'm always first and foremost going to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Grant you, I may not have very much faith in our justice system anymore, but I'm always going to be the type of person, don't throw rocks out of glass house. Like, until you're put in that position to feel the way to have the feelings like they have, there's nothing that you can say to justify why you're saying the horrible things that you say. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general, because I can't stand the bashing. Yeah, the other things was like the camera and the TV. It could have been in grandma's truck. It could have been, and somebody else pointed that out to me the other day. But what if it was like, okay, so we know Don had like this thing with taking Josie places. Only Josie, unless he was going to the store, then it was summer. So what if, I don't know, I still don't want to put it on the kids. I really don't. But what if something did happen and one of the boys had that picnic bag packed and the clothes bag packed because maybe they were going to leave, like try to run away. You got to have things to sleep, the blanket to sleep on or to cover up with, the picnic stuff to eat off of, to eat with. I don't know. I'm just, and I don't believe half the stuff I hear. I'll always bring it to attention to find out if anybody else has heard it. But I try not to put it on my channel because I don't want people to say, "Oh, you're just passing on lies." That's one thing I don't want to be known as. So I try to. Sorry, hold on one second. Okay. I was just checking my Discord, sorry. Yeah, I don't want people to be like, oh, she lies, she just tells lies and rumors now. If I don't know the facts, I might speculate on it, but I'm definitely not, like I said, I don't even know if the CPS thing was real, if she even had an appointment with the courts yesterday, or if it's a different day. I don't know anything like that. I just heard it through the grapevine, actually. But what I wanted to talk about was if CPS, anything like that was to occur with CPS, it wouldn't be right off bat that they would take there unless it was something really horrible. Like they were manhandled, abused, and, stuff like that. Because there's different types, and the way CPS looks at it, there's different types of abuse and different levels of abuse. So, sorry, I'm trying to keep my thing in the window. But, so yeah, they have different levels of abuse and different categories. I think that's what I was trying to say. And, me, myself, I've never been on it, so I can't speak from experience. But normally when they go into the foster care system, if they don't get adopted, they will be in their parents' custody. The parents lose their custody. Then the kids will be in it for the rest of their life until they're 18 years old. Well, not the rest of their life, but till they're 18 years old. So, and I hope and pray that they don't have to stay in it for that long. Foster care is not necessarily the best place for a child. Not at all. Some of them are only there to get paid and don't care about the child, treat them like shit. But then you got some that are really nice to the kids and really want to help and do the best for them. I found a damn thing earlier, but it was on my phone and now I can't remember where I stored it at. I found a paper for like an example of the things from CPS. My cousin gave it to me. I can't remember where I put it though. And it just lists like things that she had to do in order to get her children back in her house and what the repercussions would be if she didn't. But there was like 6 steps to it. Like the first step is the kids getting taken away. The second step is building a plan, some kind of plan to get the kids back. And then there's another step, which you go back to court to see how that plan went. And then if that didn't go very well, you set up another plan. See if that goes, then you go back to court. It's like really weird. No, I don't think so either. I don't really think either one of the parents hurt her. I really don't. I know that okay, so I don't feel like there was any physical abuse because a lot of pictures that we see just looks like dirt to me. She's an outside type of kid. She was dirty. She liked to play in the dirt. She liked to play rough. So me, in my opinion, I don't see bruises. I see dirt. Now, the one that he showed the other night with the ring on her face, now that could have been a bite mark from another kid. That could have been a bite mark from the dog. That could have been ringworm from playing out in the dirt. You never know. Like we see a side view of it and all we see is the darkness. We don't actually see like the profile of how stupid. Smack this shit out of myself. We don't see the profile to see the whole thing. We just see the shadow of it. So I mean, I just have never believed that. Okay, I've never believed Candace didn't do anything to her daughter. I believe Don loves Summer, but I don't believe he harmed her. Sketchy as he is, he might have been the one that set up this whole thing for her to go missing. I don't know, because I've always thought Don was sketchy. Like there was just something about that man that just twisted me the wrong way. But you can clearly see in his eyes that he does love his children. Now, whether or not the SA that everybody thinks happened, I don't know. Being an SA survivor myself, to me, she was too happy. I know I was not happy at all when I was a child because of it. To me, I mean, even though in some of the pictures she just looks really distorted, like she wasn't happy or she was mad. She don't want to take a picture. Like some kids don't like their picture taken. Like you can see the days where she was really happy and wanted her picture taken, but then, mom was a very click happy person when it came to a camera and a video camera. So these weren't even the ones I thought they were. So with that being said, she might just not have wanted her picture taken when they took the pictures. I don't know. I might get backlash for all this stuff that I'm saying. But everybody that knows me knows that I'm always going to be innocent until proven guilty. So when you come out with facts, receipts, and facts that they done something to their child besides being neglectful, then I'll believe it. Because that is proven that they were neglectful. The house was in shambles. Like, grant you, they were trying to fix it up. They were in process maybe of doing that, but still the house was not in living conditions for the kids. It really wasn't. And that was CPS's, I bet you, their main thing. Between the house being the way it looked and the drunken stupors on YouTube and the drug use. But as far as the SA, I really don't think Don did it. Maybe to his sisters. People tend to, I mean, he had a very horrible record. Yes, I do know this. And I'm still stuck on why wait 40 years to tell about it? Why not when you turned 18 and you were able to move out of the house and could have control of your life? Why wait 40 some odd years till your niece goes missing to say? Yes, I am no longer a victim myself. No longer. I had to learn to forgive the person and forgive myself for blaming myself, but that was the only way that I was able to grow and progress in life, because I always say I have no regrets. Everything that's ever happened is a lesson learned. Now I just know not what to do then, like I did then, But as far as the SA, it's a very, very hard and long, very hard and long road to go through, I guess. And I don't look, like I said, I don't look at it like, oh, poor me. No, I got over it. I grew up. I mean, I grew out of it. Like I had to forgive the person, and otherwise it would have just ate me up for life. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was what I heard. But then again, you never know though. Them tendencies can be there regardless. I don't really believe that Don did it. Like, I really don't believe it. I mean, I let everybody else talk and have their opinion. That's not going to veer me away from what my opinion is. Just saying. Because after last night's live, I'm guessing, or no, this afternoon's live, I'm guessing Benny thinks that Don did. Now, Candace, on the other hand, she looks like she would be the one to, like, groom a kid. Like, I don't know, just like she just likes that attention. And if she can get it from whoever, she's going to groom them to get that attention. I just hope and pray that he didn't. Like, I don't want to believe that they are these horrible people, because just because their house looks the way it does not mean they're horrible people. But we've seen the kind of actions that Candace has had. And maybe even if her heart is meant for good, her brain just doesn't connect with it. Me too. Oh yeah, me too. Me too. But the only thought that will never change is the innocent until proven guilty. Only one I can't not go with, because I just feel like there's more to this than what we know. And instead of theorizing and speculating, we're just gonna have to wait and let it play out, and see what happens with LE, because I'm sure they're gonna do a big thing to do when it comes June. Because Summer's case, I'll tell you right now, Summer's case is not bringing Tennessee any kind of good news or anything. I am so gullible, though. I will allow myself to believe what I hear, except for on YouTube. I'm sorry. There's just some of these creators out here that I can't even entertain to listen to because they're just so like TM. I've never been on her channel. Never subbed to it. ES, I've never subbed to his. JS, I never subbed to hers. Ziggy, I did in the very beginning, but then when I seen how her and Don would talk back and forth, I was like, do you guys not realize he's just saying things to you because he knows you're going to believe it? Like, now the one thing that I do remember him saying to Ziggy that really got me thinking about Don was he said, just think about this. You just get your daughter back and then she goes missing. Where'd your daughter go? Like, where was she? Or was he just using that as a reference or context of what he was trying to say? Because he was quite drunk on it, but I don't know. That man, I don't think there's any hope for him. I really don't. And I do think he will turn on Candace because you know how they play them against each other. Well, Don told us this, Candace, so you might as well tell us the truth. Or Candace told us this, Don, so you might as well tell the truth. It just doesn't make any sense. But we do know that the essay on his sister was true because that even came out of his mouth. Just he was trying to justify it because she was 5 and he was 13 or whatever. I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't follow her. I had just popped in her live and heard him say that, and I left again because I was just like, he's telling these people what, he's just like making it up as he goes. He's just telling them things that, he thinks that they want to hear. Like, welcome in, everybody. But, so, I mean, that's always stuck in my head. So I was just, now that brings me to the point where I remember was it Hunter H's uncut video with CM that Allie had said that Grandis was supposed to adopt Summer. And she said as soon as Donnie seen Summer's face, that was it. So that brought me to Grandma. Like, maybe she did this because she was kind of pissed off and she wanted to save her from being hurt. I don't know. Everything is just so unclear anymore. That's why I said I think I might just go back and start from scratch on the case and see if there's anything that I missed. Like, I could have just been jumping to conclusions and running off at the mouth, not knowing what the hell I'm talking about like the rest of everybody else. But like I tell people, like, go to the people that are close, was or is close to them. Like, they would be the people you can ask questions to, and they'd probably be able to give you the answer to. Like, there's a couple of people on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, YouTube, that are close to them, so they would know. That's why I don't disregard anything Benny says, because he spent a lot of time with them people. So if anybody knows them, he does. So I try to take everything that he says in. I love my BK. Love that man to pieces. But I don't know. He really screwed my head up when he came out with all this shit. I think we all do too. I think we just need to draw a conclusion on a new timeline, like go back and start all over again. Because I'm sure there'll be things that we missed. I'm positive that there's stuff that we missed. Because we got so wanting to um, believe everything that we hear. And a lot of people take what they hear, run with it, and spread it around. And then come to find out what they're spreading around is bullshit. And that just throws the whole case off. It would be nice, though, if Ellie or TBI can come up and be like, well, this is what, we have. I haven't heard about no gag order doing it because they don't want us to know. Not because they want to like make us suffer and shit, but because they just don't want us to know. Which, in all, hey, gorgeous, in all reality, damn, I was right there with it. Hilton. Damn it, I so forgot where I was at. Are you barbecuing on the grill or are you cooking barbecue? That'd be funny. A New Yorker cooking barbecue. Yes, very, very much agreed with you there, Sassy. No, that's my problem. I'm waiting on it. He told me an hour, over an hour. Oh, yeah, I am too. I'm going to make some Italian sausages and hot dog, I think. Oh, you said Brian. Who's Brian? It doesn't tell me what time I'm going to be. Thought Maisie was going to come in, but I guess she might have fell asleep. All right, so you missed my whole first hour of what I was talking about, love. So with the CPS thing, they lost custody because she didn't go to court, which that's way too soon for them to do it. No. No. Not that kind of broccoli sass. So, and then I heard today that court got postponed, it got rescheduled because she didn't show up. So he's probably fucked up or got fucked up the night before, and they were probably drug test her, huh? They probably would have drug tested her, and they were going to see how the rest of her plan was going to get the kids back. And if she would have went messed up, or if she would have went dirt and peed dirty, then right then and there they would not show up and get a reschedule, get a continuance, reschedule it. But then, with her not showing up, people are going to be like, I guarantee you people are already saying the reason why she didn't show up is because she don't want the kids back. Well, her actions seem like she don't. But it doesn't mean that's what her heart is saying. Just I don't think her heart really don't think they connect. I think her brain does its own thing, and her heart does its own thing. I keep getting like it'll go up to 3 and 4 people, and then it'll go back down to 2. I wonder if Miss K was in Cracking Cases live, because I was in there earlier. Somebody said something about if Cracking Cases was high, or that first off, that's none of your business. Second off, why don't you be respectful while you're in this chat? Thanks. And then I said, they go live and people send him 10K. I was like, what? I was like, K makes 10K on it? Come on. If it's not one lie, it's another. And I mean, that one, I was like, Izzy, did you just see what that dumbass just said?
Yeah.
What?
I came here and put him down. He turned around and put him back in the room.
Hey, give me the purple and I'll give it back.
No.
When Link brings me one. He should be coming. He said an hour ago. So I just texted him and said, yo, bring me my shit. So yeah, there's more steps than what everybody thinks with the CPS cases. And what was the other thing that I wanted to talk about? What else did I say I was going to talk about? Oh, Summer's name. So you know how like when the boob troop was in Tennessee trying to get all, well, they kept looking for her birth certificate under Summer Moon Utah Wells. Now, so people are thinking that the reason why they couldn't find it is because her last name is really Bly and not Wells. And if that's the case, the Amber Alert is wrong. The any information on her is wrong. Way to like look it up in the schools. I don't know about that either. What are you doing, baby? And then yeah, she's one of my mods too. I texted her earlier. She said she was going to try to come in. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't get to stay in Cracking Cases. I was on my way home, so it was going in and out. So I really didn't get to hear much of what they were talking about. Did they touch base with the birth certificate thing, Seth? Because I know I asked them about it, but I ended up losing signal, so I got kicked out before I found out if they answered it or not. Oh my goodness, so sleepy. I went to work today and I'm tired. Oh, see, I put it in the comments. They must have not even read it. But then again, they probably don't read half of the comments. I was wondering what was going on because I only seen like one of their mods in there that I noticed coming on the chat screen. I didn't look in it to see who was all there or not. Excuse me.
Little bastard. Hungry.
One of their mods was had a heart attack. Was in surgery. Oh wow, that's sad. I'll pray for her later.
Dude, this ain't for you. Get out of here.
Oh boy, that's sad. I hate to hear that. Ow, pretty. Dang, these cats are like trampling me. So what else were they talking about? Because I heard, I think it was Allie say something about a shit show. When I was in there, I was so busy looking at the chat. Some of them people in there were just ridiculous with some of their comments.
There's a hot dog.
I'm just glad that I don't get people like that in my chat.
I'll have hot dogs and topping.
Hot dogs.
Okay.
Go start the grill. Oh, we'll do that too. He He said, give me an hour. I'm cutting grass. I gave you more than an hour. Hey, get out of my sauerkraut, cat. Get out of there. Really? No, I think she just booted me out. Not too much today, but it said they would be on. That's good. So maybe some different, something different. I am kind of tired of the same shit over and over and over again. So I'm about to see who's coming on. Nicolina's on. The stand is on. General awareness. No, I guess that's it until later tonight. Nobody important. You're more than welcome to, sweetheart. Like I don't usually get very many people in my thing. I think the most that I've had at a time is 10. And it's very respectful in here, very quiet. My mods are usually on shit like that when they're in here. But you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Anytime. But it was nice chatting with you. And I love your face. And I will see you guys later. Bye. Deep it out.